Tonight, you are not just listening to another idea. You are stepping into the teachings of Neville Goddard, a man who quietly understood something the world still struggles to grasp. Not motivation, not hustle, not strategy, but how reality actually forms. And if you truly understand what you are about to hear, not intellectually, but experientially, you will never chase your life again. You will watch it come to you. Let me ask you something honestly. How many years have you spent trying to get ahead, trying to feel secure, trying to make it happen? You set goals, you visualize, you work hard, and yet, something always feels just out of reach. Close, but not here. Possible, but not real. Now let me show you the invisible line that separates two lives. On one side, a man wakes up every day slightly anxious, checking his phone, checking his bank account, checking if things are finally moving.
He says things like, "I'm close. It's coming. Just a little more time."
Years pass. Nothing is wrong, but nothing is fully right. His life becomes a loop of almost. On the other side, another man wakes up differently, calm, certain, unmoved. Not because everything is perfect yet, but because in his mind, it already happened. Not in the future, not in theory, but in the only place that matters, consciousness. The difference between these two men is not effort. It is not intelligence. It is not luck. It is position. And tonight, you are going to shift yours. Let me begin with something simple. Think of something you did yesterday. Not something dramatic, something ordinary. A conversation, a meal, a drive. Got it? Now notice how it feels. There is no tension, no effort to believe, no trying to make it real. You are not hoping it happened. You are not visualizing it. You are not checking if it's true. It just is. Done. Finished. Settled. That feeling, that quiet, almost boring certainty, is the most powerful state you can ever enter. But here is where almost everyone goes wrong. They try to bring that feeling into the future. They imagine their desire happening. They visualize receiving it. They feel excited about it coming. And they think they are doing it right. But they are making one critical mistake. They are placing themselves before the event. Let me be direct. If you are imagining getting the money, you are before it. If you are visualizing meeting the person, you are before it. If you are feeling excited about it arriving, you are still before it. And even worse, if you are standing in the moment it happens, you are still not there. Because during is still movement, still transition, still becoming. And anything that is becoming is not yet being. This is the trap. The world teaches you to live in anticipation. But anticipation is just a polished form of absence. And so people spend years feeling motivated, feeling hopeful, feeling close, and yet never arriving. Because they are always standing in the same place. Not done. So tonight, we do something radical. We stop looking forward. We stop standing in the middle. And we go somewhere very few people dare to go. After. Not the moment it happens, not the celebration, not the relief. After that, the place where your desire has been part of your life for long enough that it feels normal. Because here is a truth that will change everything. The moment you receive something still contains doubt, still contains energy, still contains questions. But the after contains none of that. Only this. Of course, this is my life. Let me show you what this means. There was a man who spent years trying to make money happen. He visualized checks. He imagined notifications. He felt excitement every night before sleep and every morning. Nothing had changed until one night he stopped. Instead of imagining receiving money, he went 3 months ahead. He saw himself sitting in his home, bills paid, choices different, breathing differently.
And then something unusual happened. He didn't imagine getting it. He remembered it. I remember when that came through. It felt so relieving. And then life just moved on.
Something shifted, not outside, inside. The urgency disappeared, the checking stopped, the tension dissolved. Because from that place, there was nothing to chase. And within weeks, opportunities appeared, conversations aligned, money flowed in ways he hadn't planned, not because he forced it, but because he had already left the moment of wanting and entered the state of having, long after having. This is the secret. Before, chasing. During, becoming. After, being. And only one of these creates reality. Let me take you deeper. Why does this work? Because your subconscious mind does not live in time. It does not know past or future. It only knows what feels real now. And nothing feels more real than a memory. You never argue with a memory. You never force it. You never try to believe it harder. It simply exists. So when you remember your desire as something that already happened, your subconscious accepts it immediately, and once accepted, reality begins to reorganize, quietly, naturally, precisely. Not because you figured it out, but because you stopped standing in the wrong place. So tonight, I want you to do something different. Do not visualize. Do not hope. Do not try to feel excited. Close your eyes. Go past the moment it happens. Land in a day where it is old news, where it is normal, where it is simply your life. And from there, look back. I remember when it all worked out. Feel how calm that is, how final that is, how effortless that is. That is creation. And if you can stay there, even for a few moments, you will begin to notice something. Life stops feeling like a struggle and starts feeling like a continuation, not of what you want, but of what you already are. So if you have been stuck, if you have been trying, if you have been living in almost, there is nothing wrong with you. You are simply standing before your life. Now, you know where to stand, after it, and from that place, with that quiet certainty, everything you once chased will begin to find you.